I'm going to touch on PTV Flows and what's new. As Adam kind of mentioned in his presentation, this is a cloud-based product, so we can roll stuff out throughout the year. So we don't have a distinct version per year. So I just want to touch on a few of the things you've seen since last year. Um, so a couple big things we've brought in are historical replay functionality, the ability to do network changes, the ability to add in different fleet information, as well as the ability to do some more frequent and customizable data refresh rates. All right. So the first piece is historical replays. So I'm just actually going to tab over to a actual instance of this so you can see it. I got to cancel my presentation. All right, so this is the version of Flows here in Las Cruces, New Mexico. If you're not familiar, this is a real-time traffic monitoring system that runs off of floating car data that we're getting from TomTom. So this is gives you the actual current traffic conditions. These kind of thin lines you see are the traffic along those roadways. These darker lines are what we call KPIs, which are travel time information. So you can kind of customize these and draw these and begin tracking this kind of data. We also offer a machine learning based forecast going out as far as 1 hour in the future. One of the things we've rolled out over the last year is the historical data catalog. So if we go to the historical KPI information, I can look at one of those KPIs we saw on the other screen. Someone who's University westbound, go select some time in the past. So we'll say go back about a month and hit load data. And this is going to bring up the travel time information for that corridor over the last month. And if I zoom in, we can see what you're seeing here is the value, which is the actual value that was recorded during that time. Then you have the average, which is the average for that time of day, day a week. And then unusual, which is the 95th percentile travel time. So like a really bad day. Also get some high level information about this KPI in terms of what's normal, what's warning, what's critical. And you can base these off of either the free flow travel time or off of that 95th percentile travel time. So you can select, what you consider to be a critical. But this is really interesting information. You look across, you can see if I zoom in even further. Sometimes here we had some spikes that happened well above the 95th percentile travel time, and that is on October 15th at 4 p.m. So I might want to dig in a little bit. This tells me what the travel time was, but doesn't give me much information about really what was going on during that time. So that's why we introduced this historical replay tool. So if I go back now, I can actually jump in and take a look at what the network conditions were during that time. So if I go back here and select that same day, October the 15th, and that was at 1600, so PM, and hit load data. And what that is going to do is pull up a snapshot of what the traffic was like on that particular day and time. And then we can hit play and actually go here and watch how the travel time develops. And so we can see exactly what happened across the entire network at that time. I can even hide the KPIs. So if I want to see actually where those segments are where the backups occurred on that, you can actually go in and look at that. So this gives you a powerful tool. If you come in on the weekend, on a Monday, and over the weekend there was some sort of incident that you want to take a look at, you can go back and actually do a historical replay and be able to see this. If for some reason then I did want to dive in to more detail there, I can click this. It will show me the additional detail, or I can hit Analyze KPI, and that will pop me out back to the original kind of historical view that we were looking at and give me a little bit broader information about what was going on that KPI. So both of these have exports available, so you can download the values here, which is a CSV file with all this information for every time interval that you select. But you can also use details, which not only gives the total KPI value, but each individual segment that makes up that KPI's value. And on the historical replay, there's a data download here as well, which is a Parquet format. So you get all this data you see on this entire screen, basically in this big file format. All this is available by API as well. So if you have, we have some examples using VZoom, using Excel, and using Python for pulling this information if you need to do some kind of analysis on the back end. A couple other things that we also introduced in addition. One is a seamless network change. So previously, how you draw this is kind of like we talked about, similar in terms of the Visa Mile to Go. You draw a polygon on a map. It's going to highlight all that information for you, and you can select different functional classifications and do overlays so you only get the exact roadways you need. Previously, when we set up the system, that's how it worked for the rest of the time. But now you have the ability to do network changes really easily. So if your focus shifts to different areas or need different coverage in different areas, you can easily shift these kind of somewhat on the fly. I won't bug you with going through all the details of that. The other thing that's upcoming is the ability to pull in fleet information. So if you're in an area that has information coming in from various fleets, maybe taxis, public vehicles, things like that, we're going to provide access to bring that data in as well to either supplement or replace the TomTom floating car data where that's available. So hopefully be able to expand that network coverage. Also, by default, we've always within Flows used a 5-minute data refresh rate. So all the data comes at most in a 5-minute buckets. But when working with TomTom, we're now able to offer up to a 1-minute refresh rate. So in areas where you need a really fine resolution of that travel time data, we're able to provide that access to you. So rather than 5 minutes, you get 1-minute updates, which is really fast. And that's it for the updates for Flows.